On God, bro, that is the weirdest game I have ever seen. Seriously. Like, you come to these videos, you want to watch a game breakdown, whatever, oh, Vancouver, St. Louis, these chances, these goals, these plays. I honestly can't give it to you here. Because all I can give you, coming out of this Vancouver 4-3 shootout win over the Blues, is just how I'm feeling about stuff. And there are so many things that we can take away from this game that conflict. There isn't a general, oh, this was a good game, this was a bad game type of thing. This game was good and bad. But the Vancouver Canucks ultimately win off of a series of very disproportionately good and bad things. I think the worst thing that we can all acknowledge that happened in this game happened in the first shift of the entire hockey game, where Brock Boeser ends up blocking a Marcus Pettersson shot from the point with the midsection, and he ends up leaving the game. That's it. Brock Boeser lasted one shift in tonight's NHL action, and adding on to Garland, Hedl, Quinn Hughes, Lekaramaki, Forbort, Mancini, Bluger. There's just so many damn injuries with this team. You're telling me Brock wasn't able to last more than 30 seconds on this game? Okay, he lasted 33. That's how long his shift lasted before he ended up getting taken out. So everybody else has to do double, triple overtime shifts because no Brock. How unlucky can you get as a franchise? Like, all these guys getting hurt, and now you have one of the more established top 6 scorers getting removed from the lineup too. No Garland, man. No Garland, no Brock, no Lekaramaki. That's the team's entire right-handed winger core missing time now. Assuming Brock ends up missing time, he didn't return to this hockey game. He only played 30 seconds. Positive takeaway from this game, though, Kiefer Sherwood is an absolute dog. He gets himself his second hat trick in a Vancouver Canucks sweater. He could have had 4 goals today had he not hit the post on that rush chance that he had. And he also hits the post on his shootout attempt, too. So, Kiefer Sherwood, with 3 goals tonight, is now tied for number 1 in the NHL in goals, alongside of a number of names. Nathan McKinnon, Cole Caulfield, Morgan Geekie, Pavel Dorofeyev, Jack Hughes and the Devils. They're going to be playing later today, or I think they're playing right now, actually, against the Sharks. They're currently losing 3-1 at the end of the first, but Jack Hughes, once he gets himself a goal, he'll be number 1 in NHL scoring again. Chief Keef is up there with 9 goals and 0 assists on the year. So, yeah, Cy Young Award, that's exactly what he's going to be on pace for as he continues his point-producing, goal-scoring reign, despite the fact that he has 0 assists. But really, when you watch this Vancouver Canucks team, it's like, yeah, this team's barely getting any shots on goal. Nobody else is even trying to get these goals to go. And for Kiefer Sherwood, he's one of the only activators offensively that Vancouver has, that even though they won this game, I'm really starting to think to myself, like, yeah, that game is really losable for Vancouver. Evander Kane ended up scoring a goal that was taken away late in the third that would have given the Canucks the lead. That would have been his first in a Canucks uniform as well. A play that he starts because he digs in deep, goes on the forecheck and digs the puck away, and he ends up getting a rebound chance in front on Binnington. No goal is called. Goalie interference on the challenge because of Mackenzie McEachern and his presence in front of the crease there. But I say that this was a losable game for Vancouver, mostly because of the goaltending. Yes, it's true. Kevin Lankinen stood tall in the shootout. He stopped all the shots, which was really only 2, because Braden Shen didn't end up taking a shot on Kevin Lankinen. He fumbled the puck on his way in, and the puck rolled away into the corner, so there was no shot, no attempt even made on Braden Shen's shootout attempt, which allowed Jake DeBrusk to come in and get the winner afterwards. But Kevin Lankinen, some of the goals that he was letting in this game, I mean, say what you want about the 36 saves that he made before the shootout, but there's just something about Lankinen and the goals that he was letting in. I, as a fan watching this game, I just didn't really feel confident in this guy. especially in the second half of the game where St. Louis was just throwing the puck towards the goal. Yes, the saves were made, but something just didn't feel secure about them. Like, when Thatcher Demko is in the net and he's making stops, you confidently can be like, yeah, that's an amazing save, good job Demko. But for Lankinen, watching this game after the goals that he let in from Snuggerud and Holloway to open things up, every save he made, I was like, oh, okay, thank goodness. Oh, okay, thank gosh, he saved it. With Demko, it's like, oh yeah, of course he saved it. Yeah, we expect that out of him. But Snuggerud and Holloway each come in with just clear as day snipes on Demko. It's one-on-one, he stares down the shooter. Yes, of course, there's some positional things that happen there, but he just gets beat easily by Holloway and Snuggerud. Those are the first 2 goals scored by St. Louis. Snuggerud's was on the power play. He came streaking down the wing and shot it far side off the post and in. Holloway's, he was coming down the face-off circle, and he fires at 5-hole. The Pius Suter goal, I'm not going to get too hard on Lankinen for that one. Suter was on the man advantage there. He pounces on a rebound as Lankinen stops the initial shot from Cam Fowler. It's a really big, juicy rebound that was in the perfect area for Suter to bury it. But is anybody else feeling the same about the goaltending in Vancouver? Like, I saw a lot of people on social media talking about what happened to Lankinen. This guy's not good anymore. Oh man, like he signed the contract and now he's not looking all too great. Or is that being too harsh on a guy that was treated to 30+ shots against again because Vancouver defense was not really able to cope up nor control parts of this game because of no Quinn Hughes? Now, let's go over to the goals that were actually scored by Vancouver here. First, Kiefer Sherwood on the man advantage, assisted by Evander Kane. The puck gets thrown into the corner where Evander Kane is. He tries to play it out in front, but it takes a weird bounce and eventually bounces back out on the short side. Evander Kane is behind the goal. Kiefer Sherwood is right in front there, and he's able to bury it in. That was the 1-1 tying goal scored by Sherwood. Sticking with goals that actually went in, you then had Kiefer Sherwood tying things up 2-2 in the second, receiving a beautiful breakaway pass, coming in on goal on Binnington and then deking to the backhand. He beats Binnington clean. He also hit a post as well, so Kiefer Sherwood could have gotten himself the hat trick earlier in the game. But that doesn't come until the third period, where Chief Keef pounces on another Vancouver Canucks rush. This time it's Aatu Ratu, who ends up trying to take a shot. It doesn't go through. The puck is still in that same area. Sherwood picks it up and fires it off the inside crossbar and in, it looked like. Big selly from the Vancouver boys as Sherwood gets his second hat trick for Vancouver. First one, of course, last year in December against Colorado. I was at Rogers Arena to watch that one live as it happened. But the St. Louis Blues then tied it up, and then in overtime we saw Vancouver trying to get things going, but it just didn't really work. Not too many grade A opportunities for either team. Vancouver had 0 shots in overtime. Lots of fumbles, though, by Tyler Myers and Arshdeep Bains and others, so that certainly wasn't the most cohesive overtime performance from the Canucks. But as we had said, in the shootout, all of the pucks thrown Kevin Lankinen's way were saved. Jordan Kyrou stopped up by Lankinen. Kiefer Sherwood hit the post in the shootout, so he didn't get it to go. Jimmy Snuggerud stopped up by Lankinen as well, before Elias Pettersson gets stoned by Jordan Binnington's glove side. And then you have Brayden Schenn, who ends up fumbling the puck into the corner boards, and Jake DeBrusk, who seals the deal and gives Vancouver the win. Again, so many weird narratives in this game. The bad. Nobody on this team can score except for Kiefer Sherwood. Evander Kane got his first goal, but then no, he didn't. It was disallowed. Brock Boeser got hurt, and Kevin Lankinen's looking like Swiss cheese out there. The good. Kevin Lankinen was able to recover and end up winning the game in the shootout. Kiefer Sherwood is first in the NHL in goals, and I guess they won. That's also a positive, right? What a weird game. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, how you felt about this one. I'd really appreciate that because comments help out with the algorithm, so do likes and dislikes, so feel free to dislike this video if you did not like it. But ultimately, I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.